Hi everyone, and welcome to this very special new moon, dark moon vlog, which comes to you from my back garden. As you can see, my doggies are over there. My lovely apples growing on my tree. I'm so grateful for them, and all my lovely herbs growing. So today I prepared a ritual that is a release ritual. The reason being is this week especially the energy has been quite intense. People have been talking about or feeling energy connected to Leo and the Lion's Gate. And I think the reason why it's so important is because Venus has gone retrograde in the sign of Leo. And what that means for us is whatever was happening about 18 months ago in your life could be coming up again to be cleared or renewed, or maybe you fell out with someone you love and you really want to get back in touch with them and try and mend a friendship or family conflict or something like that. This is very common during Venus retrograde, that we stop because we have this feeling inside that something's not quite right. And if you're good at tuning in, then you realize that this period we're in is really about looking after yourself as well as you possibly can. Now, for a lot of you out there, you find it impossible to make time for yourselves every day, especially some of the people I talk to, moms or working moms, or people who are working in college, or people who work and do sport. You just seem to be not getting any free time to just be on your own, release all the tension from your body, and just sit with yourself for a while and see how you feel. When was the last time you did that? And that's what this period is about. It's about looking at our own hearts. Now, of course, being human, we would tend to project our mind and the issues that may be going over in our mind towards other people, and other people come into our lives sometimes to teach us lessons, maybe not very nice ones, but what it may be telling you is it's time to maybe let some people go out of your life who take more from you than they give, to really have a good look at your circle closely, and to become strong within yourself, strong enough to stand up to others. And it's nothing got to do with the other person, really, because what you're doing is you're improving yourself. Now, a lot of people out there feel guilty about doing something like this, and that's a natural human emotion. But honestly, do you want to keep someone in your life who isn't there for you, who only expects you to be there for them? That's not a proper relationship in any terms, whether it be a partnership, working partnership, a loving partnership, a friendship, whatever that is. And it's time to really get yourself back in tune to who you are, because Leo governs our heart, and Venus also looks after our emotions. So emotions will be feeling up and down and higgledy-piggledy until we do really make that time to figure out what we need to do, what's best for us. Now, I can't tell you what's best for you. All I can do is advise you. But I will recommend doing rituals, because they in themselves help you break free from the feelings that are causing your mind to maybe feel mixed up or depressed. And doing rituals on a regular basis can really help improve your life. Once you understand how the moon phases work and how the moon governs our life on an emotional level as well, then we want to learn more about it, because this new moon is going to be in the sign of Leo too. And as I said earlier, Leo governs our heart. And Venus is retrograde and the new moon is in Leo. And the full moon 2 weeks ago was in Aquarius. Aquarius is the sign of what we would like to call the change that's happening here on earth, that we are rebirthing not just other people, bringing them into our life, but we're actually rebirthing ourselves, and that's what this time is about. So this is why I chose this very special new moon, dark moon time to speak of how things are moving or not moving or causing you a lot of pain and frustration. And I'll be the first to say there's been a lot of that in my life and in my family's life, probably for most of this year. But you can't stay stuck. If you stay stuck, you're going to end up very ill. So try and do something that's helpful for yourself. And there is something you can do, as I said earlier, the rituals, even writing things down and burning it. If you don't have the time to do a ritual, then just do that. But honestly, everyone out there who says they don't have time, I'm here to tell you, you're avoiding looking at yourself. You're avoiding your emotional well-being. You're avoiding your past. You'll put it on the long finger or procrastinate as long as you can, because it's too hard. It's too hard to make changes. And that's what your mind is telling you. But what your heart is screaming at you is, please, for yourself, for the sake of your own life and well-being and happiness, make some positive changes. And they might be hard to do, but do it for you. So I set up a little altar here in the garden, and I have already done a little bit of this ritual. I do spell work. If you're interested, as I've said before, please PM me, because the spells are all different prices, and I make them tailored to your needs. These are my original spells. I do not take spells from anyone else. If I do, I will give them credit always. And the ones that I post on my Facebook wall are more than likely from other sites, and I always give you links to that. So if you're interested in finding out about more rituals and things like that, either keep an eye on my page or do your own research. But spend a little time over the next few days just sitting with your favourite crystal or whatever it is that means something to you, and try and sit outside and really soak up the sun if it's out, or go into nature, make a plan and go and actually do something in nature for yourselves. And when you are, change happens naturally. You don't have to force anything. In fact, if you do force things, you're hurting yourself and maybe creating karma. So when situations get a little bit topsy-turvy or mixed up or problematic, try to sit back for a while and have a think and really feel with your heart. Put your hand on your heart at the same time and breathe. Just breathe through it. You'll get there, I promise you. But don't hold on to all the hate, all the negative feelings. I know it's hard. I struggle myself a lot sometimes. But what I find wonderful is that every new moon, dark moon and full moon, and any time of the month that I'm feeling particularly down, if I do rituals, it really does help spring things forward for me. So if you're feeling stuck, it's definitely a perfect time to do this ritual. So the information will come up after this video. Wishing you all a wonderful new moon. Now the new moon, as we know, she's not visible because she's hiding behind the sun, and so is Venus at the moment, which is quite interesting. So we won't see any moon in the sky, but it doesn't mean that she's not there. She certainly is there, and she's certainly feeling the pressure of the planet Venus as well, and that in turn is putting pressure on us to look and address the important things in our life and to prioritize. And what that means is putting yourself first. It is not selfish. Anyone who tells you you're selfish for putting yourself first doesn't understand what it is to be human. In order to look after anyone else, you've got to look after you first. So make a difference to your life and do something kind for yourself. You know you want to, and you know you need to. And the seagulls agree. So I'll leave you there and watch out for the ritual coming up. It's only a minute long and well worth it for any of you out there who is in distress or who is having a hard time. I'm sending you so much love. And either late tonight, early hours of the 14th of August, or tomorrow or Saturday is the perfect time to do these rituals. And look after your heart. It's so important. You really need to understand that going within is how things get better for us in life. And I promise you that. But you've got to be brave enough to make that time for yourself. So do something really good for yourself, and once you make the change, you'll keep making them. Brightest blessings and much love, everyone. Look after your heart.